That time of year is once again upon us. Of course, I am talking about rainy season in the Philippines, a time of year which is just, quite frankly, a bummer. I vividly remember the first time I visited Metro Manila, some 8 or 9 years ago now. It was July, and it was the worst possible time to make my way to the country. The thing was that it wasn't a total washout of a trip. It wasn't just one deluge, just one massive rainstorm. However, it felt like any time I needed to do something or go somewhere, it would start to rain. If I wanted to walk somewhere for lunch, rain shower. If I had a meeting to get to, rain shower. Time to go home, rain shower. No matter what I had to do during my trip to Manila that year, a rain shower would prevent me from doing it, or at least make it extremely difficult. It is an experience I'm sure many of you out there can definitely relate to. There is one very important thing I am going to note here, a disclaimer, if you will. I am not trying to say that these are locations where it doesn't rain at all. No matter where you travel to in the Philippines during rainy season, there is a chance, and a good one, that it will rain. What these places are, however, are areas that typically or historically or even anecdotally receive less rain than, say, Metro Manila. Let me stress this again. The areas I'm going to mention today are generally drier than, say, Luzon, but it's by no means a guarantee that you won't experience rain should you happen to travel here. With that out of the way, let's take a look at some of the places in the Philippines that do experience less rain during rainy season. Those wanting to avoid typhoons and the other major storms that typically hit the northern parts of the Philippines should consider a trip down to central Visayas and places like Cebu. This region is typically, although not always, spared from the brunt of major storms, which typically means there is less rain in Cebu and the nearby areas than you would find in Metro Manila. That being said, you are going to be trading good weather for Cebu's worsening traffic situation, which is just almost unbelievably bad at this point. So again, maybe less rain, but maybe worse traffic. Pick your poison, I suppose. Less rain is just one of any number of reasons to visit the amazing Iloilo. It is without question a spectacular destination with beautiful beaches and wonderful sandbars. It's also a burgeoning business hub. You've seen quite a few BPO companies move into this part of the Philippines, and it's become a key strategic area for a number of industries in recent time. Now, as far as the rain goes, I'd recommend avoiding July, which tends to be the wettest month on record in Iloilo. However, the sort of shouldering months, June, August, and whatnot, can be or normally drier than places like Metro Manila. Stop me if you have heard this old wise tale before. Davao only experiences one storm per year. It's something multiple people have told me. It's also totally false. The myth, while not true in a literal sense, does sort of highlight Davao's more pleasant weather when compared to other places in the Philippines. Rainfall in and around Davao tends to be less than other areas such as northern Luzon, but I think we've seen in the past few years the intensity and frequency of storms have picked up. Either way, Davao is experiencing more than one storm a year, although the amount of rainfall will likely be less than other places in the country. If you are in the Philippines and are just suffering from rain fatigue or happen to be overseas and thinking about a trip to the Philippines, Davao, Central Visayas, and Iloilo are all worth considering should you happen to be maybe not wanting to get as wet as you would, say, visiting Metro Manila or other places in the northern parts of the country. More importantly, maybe, is the fact that rainy season means we are only a few months away from the Burr months, and it is only a matter of time before Christmas decorations start appearing. That is, well, good or bad, depending on how you view the Philippines' love of Christmas. Quite frankly, I enjoyed a little bit. September, maybe a bit too early for my liking, but still, it is just another reminder that we are getting close to that time of year once more. That does it for me. I'm Shine Hollis. This is Interesting Asia, and as always, keep it interesting.